And it is time for the grand final. FAB5 meet neXt, please, the Romanian team, and it is a best of 5. I'm looking the whole day forward to these games because they are so similar in strategy and skill. This is gonna be amazing best of 5. Anyway, we are Hefla TV. I'm Heflamoke myself, and with me is couchor. Let's hop into the draft.
Yeah, like you said, this game should be amazing. Those teams, I can't really say which one has the advantage. Maybe neXt, please, just a slight bit, but it's just gonna come down to luck, somewhat, and mostly, of course, just execution and rotations. But as far as bans go, of course, as always, completely standard with neXt, please, banning out Ember Spirit together with the Doombringer. And FAB5, they banned out the Batrider, but now I think it's a decision between Ancient Apparition or the Invoker ban.
Yep, exactly. Those two are pretty much left. And I don't know, the Ancient Apparition in the series we casted like pretty much the last 2 days. The Ancient Apparition having like huge impact each and every game. But what I wanted to say is like both teams actually cleared out the semifinals with a 2-0 versus their enemies. So like it's really looking good. Both of the teams are really promising. Yeah, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, definitely. The only thing is that FAB5, maybe they're a little bit tired already. They've played almost 4 games in a row at the moment, with JDL in between as well. But neXt, please, whoa, actually the Lycan. We're finally seeing a Lycan now.
Yep, it's been a while. Usually he's like the first ban material, but yeah, with the ban set, like I don't know, if you ban the Doom, then it's either Invoker or AA, and if you ban Lycan, Ember, like Batrider, Invoker, then the Lycan might get through. It's either this, like one of the two getting through, and AA and Lycan make it actually into the first pick for each team. So that's pretty much the strongest you can say for the draft.
Yeah, FAB5, they do pick up the Ancient Apparition in return at least. And the second pick, I'm thinking maybe for a Centaur Warrunner. Then again, FAB5, they do prefer themselves the Clockwork as the offlaner. So maybe neXt Assassin to go as the secondary support.
Yep, by the way, your microphone is somewhat weird. Like, either it is your mic or it's Skype. Just give me a recall and we see.
Yeah, I'll restart Skype altogether.
Yep, and it is actually a Timbersaw coming out. This is something we haven't seen in FAB5 so far. Like, it's the first Timbersaw we cast in Starladder whatsoever. Like, usually he didn't even get the ban. Like, all of the teams absolutely ignored him. And my co-cast is back.
Yeah, is it fine now? Well, hopefully it's fine.
It should be now. Yeah, sounds good to me.
Well, FAB5, Timbersaw. Well, I guess being able to burst down the Lycan is a potential thing, and of course just having the counter push from the Chakram coming out as well. It's pretty decent, but neXt, please, Gaming. They had the Lycan, they wanted more, they go for the Shadow Shaman, so Mass Serpent Wards, those towers definitely aren't gonna be happy.
Yep, definitely. The Serpent Ward's coming out, the Lycan pushing power, so this is already 2 strong pushers against FAB5. I mean, with the Timbersaw, they have some sort of counter push, of course, against all the creeps coming there, but then again, like your Chakram, for example, it won't help you against Mass Serpent Wards.
It's really nice to actually split out their push like that. If they got their hand in, then the rewards would have the same extent.
Yeah, your internet is fucking up, couchor. I think you need a complete restart.
Oh, goddamn. Well,
perfect timing for the grand finals.
Yeah, of course. I guess I'll be back at some point.
Yeah, after 10 hours of castings, just go for an entire restart.
Yeah, we'll do.
Anyway, so now that he's going for the restart, they actually go into the second rotation of bans, and they already used like over a minute of their time, including like the standard time. So, and they definitely consider what they go for. They ban out the Mirana, that's unexpected, and FAB5, yeah, this is like the logical conclusion coming out of it. I mean, banning the Furin after they already have the Lycan and the Shadow Shaman, like having those streams and possibly like a second set or like even a third set of Necrobook, that would be horrible, especially if they are all empowered by Howl. This is something you really don't want to see against your buildings. It's nothing really, it's nothing you can do against it. Even with the Chakram, I mean, the Timber can't clean out so many Necros. He will just die from the damage, like with all the collateral he does. So, yep, definitely a nice ban coming out there by FAB5. And they take, again, a lot of their overtime just to think about the potential bans. I mean, it's always like the decision. In the third ban, many teams already picked their core or their mid. Like in Starletter so far, like the last 2 days, we've seen like even in the third pick, they go for still picking supports, and then they leave mid and core pick, I don't know, to the 4th and 5th. So yeah, but neXt Please actually decides they want to ban out a core. They don't want to have the neXt there. And oh, FAB5 even goes more against the pushing power, the Pugna being out there as well. So neXt Please, well, when it comes to like nice pushing heroes, there is definitely still the Venomancer and the Death Prophet to go for. But this is something, I don't know. Theoretically, they could still go for it. They have the 3rd and the 4th pick to go for it, but then they also need a solid, I don't know, something solid that might even get them over the time window of like the early pushing potential. And now it is time for the 3rd pick. Like FAB5, they got the entire bonus time still left because neXt Please were the only ones hesitating all the time. But now, is it a core? Is it maybe something else? Maybe instead of like banning, for example, the Death Prophet, they could go for it. But it is a Dragon Knight, so that's pretty interesting. Like dishing out decent enough damage, tanking, of course, a lot of stuff away. And well, when it comes to towers, I mean, he's not the best pusher, but like the debuff on the tower is definitely something that helps bringing them down. Especially when he's played mid, like he can just go for random hits on the tower, deals approximately 150 damage if I'm not mistaken, like on the buildings. So yeah, definitely something you want to go for. And now, like neXt Please actually has to take care that, yeah, they have to be careful with their time. They only got 15 seconds on the bonus time, so they have to work with the standard time they get, because I don't know, on the 4th and 5th pick, if you need some time to think about what you go for, then yeah, this is definitely something you have to consider. But now, question is, what's coming forth? Do they save the core? I mean, a second core. They definitely go for like a second core. Dragon Knight alone is not enough. Getting him big is one thing. The Timber Saw on top of it, supported by the Ice Blast. Like, there's quite some utility already coming out as like counter push. But yeah, you still want to have something that's dishing out even more damage, like single target damage. The neXt would have been a nice option actually, but well, he's already banned out. But I don't know, like a Luna with the BKB for cleaning up the Necros coming out there, that would be a nice option. But then again, I don't know, could be pretty much everything. And Mr. Coucher.
Mr. Heflamoke?
You're
Actually,
back.
looks like I didn't miss all that much.
No, like they took so much of their overtime, so you didn't miss that much. Like the Dragon Knight got picked, the Rubik got picked, and the bans, FAB5 went for like taking pretty much everything out that can push. And neXt Please already focused on potential core heroes for FAB5. So no, you did not miss that much.
Well, FAB5, they do actually have some pretty nice counter push of their own anyway. And with Rubik picked up for neXt Please, there won't be a Venomancer. So the Mass Serpent Wars will be the only things that actually can be brought down with just pure magic power.
Yep, I just said that again already.
Yeah, thought so.
But yeah, by the way, what was wrong with the internet? Like after router now everything's fine. Even Skype is saying I have an awesome connection.
No, it's just the router is so damn old.
Yeah,
So
in
when I
Siberia.
get my new internet, I'll get the new router anyway. So
Wow, jungle internet. And neXt Please, they go for a Weaver. They used another 4 seconds of their bonus time, so the last pick has to be quite fast. But yeah, a Weaver it is. That's pretty interesting actually.
yeah, well, it gives them some push. If the Weaver goes for like a Desolator, that will give them so much extra damage from the Lycan as well on the towers. And of course the Gemini attack will push with, well, relative speed as well. So not the worst pick. And FAB5 so far, they only have the Dragon Tail as an actual stun, so if Weaver can avoid the Dragon Tail, then he should have a free roam during the fights.
Yep, definitely. And wow, like these teams, they are so serious. I mean, it's all about money as well. I mean, like the winner, how much is it? 150 US? 250?
No, it's 300.
300 US dollars. Yeah.
Yeah, first place gets 300 as well as a spot in next season's Pro.
Yeah,
series.
next season's Pro Series. So like this final is definitely something. And I can't really translate the other Russian stuff, but
yeah,
like
the second I think it's $200 plus a spot for a qualification match,
Yeah,
so they possibly
Pro
can
Series.
get to Pro Series as well.
So it doesn't really matter who wins. Like the winner definitely gets in the Pro Series next season, which is really nice because the Pro Series already consists of team that like regularly you see in like even in Tier 1 tournaments. But like yeah, the launch from semi-series into Pro Series, and I don't know, maybe if they're even good enough at some point going into the Star Series, playing with the big ones, that would be nice. By the way, guys, if it's about Pro Series, we're gonna cast Pro Series next week. Also, the same grid, like quarterfinals, semifinals, finals. And there, yeah, there it's also, it's pretty much the same thing there. It's also about who gets, for example, into Star Ladder, the Star Series. So these finals are really important for the teams.
Yeah, they definitely are, and well, I think both teams probably are feeling the pressure as well because it's an actual money prize on the line here. I'm not too sure. I mean, I guess they've played in tournaments before like that as well. I know neXt Please definitely have, but they didn't reach the money phase of it.
Yeah, that's true. We saw neXt Please already. They were in D2O, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they were in D2O, but they didn't get that far. But
They lost in the quarterfinals, I think, to TCN.
yeah, no, but this time, I mean, this time they already have $200. Like whoever loses here gets the $200, and $300 goes to the winner. But yeah, I think the $300 divided by 5, possibly with a manager in the background, that's I mean, not too much. Like really, the important stuff is that next season you have the chance to play in the bigger league. And yeah, I mean, Starlight consists of the Star Series, Pro Series, the Semi Series, and the Amateur Series. So getting into the Pro Series is like one step before you play with the big ones, with the big names out there. And yeah, that's why it's important for those teams.
Yeah, it definitely is. And the last picks actually for FAB5 going for the Luna. So actually between the Luna and the Dragon Knight, FAB5 have some pretty nice push of their own. Whereas neXt Please, they go for the offlaner, being the Clockwork. So I'm just hoping this Lycan is gonna work out.
Oh, to be honest, like there's a lot of potential coming in neXt Please setup. Like they have the initiation, they have the Weaver Lycan who can go, like they have the pushing potential for at least the tier 1s. They will suffer pretty fast, like with some nice fights and swapping around the tier 2s as well. Breaking high ground just with Necro spam, for example, would be possible. We already saw a Clockwork going Necro like multiple times today. So yeah, I really like the draft by neXt. It's dangerous, but then again, there's also the possibility that like neXt gets their calls through. I mean, they have the Dragon Knight and the Luna, and that's definitely something solid. You de-seed, by the way?
Yeah, I opened my console and got no idea why it DC'd me.
Okay, we go for a fast team introduction. On the Dire team, FAB5 is Kyubashi playing the Timber, Emily is playing the Lich. In the mid, we have Top. I love that. Top is in mid is in top, or the other way around. Anyway, he's playing the Dragon Knight, and yeah, Gimli is playing the Ancient Apparition, heading towards the safe lane at the moment, and Blomst quite far out. He really must be like careful that he doesn't get picked off here. So, and he's playing the Luna.
Yeah, and for the Radiant side, for neXt Please, District 12 will be playing on the Rubik, leaving Illusionist on the Shadow Shaman, and Synergy is on the Clockwork, with Kiana going for the Lycan mid lane, leaving Red Light on the Weaver for the safe lane. And
Yep.
actually they're just setting up a bait on the top lane for this Clockwork.
Yeah, Plums really has to be careful there. It's if they get the cogs up, like the shackle, the lift, and all the right clicks come in, that's really dangerous. And there's really no one who can actually like help him there. So the Luna alone on the lane versus a try, this is something really dangerous.
Yeah, it most certainly is, and I don't think he even has an idea that this is happening. I mean, he can guess, but yeah, I think this might be huge trouble for him. Although this bottom lane actually should be going quite nicely for the Timber, so if the Lich just keeps on denying, making sure that the Weaver doesn't get the most amount of XP or farm, and Timber, so of course just getting the easy levels and easy gold.
Yep, and the Luna, he has no idea what's coming.
Yeah, the telekinesis to start things up with the power cogs are there if need be, and actually Luna has some really nice movement speed, so I think next please they messed this up bad.
Okay, why didn't he use the cogs there?
I have no clue whatsoever, man. It would have been the easiest first blood ever. But Clockwork just, I mean, he had so many opportunities, but I don't know, was he really expecting to outrun a Luna whose base movement speed is 330?
No, I don't know, like maybe he was like shifting forth and back and oh, they want to go again on Luna.
Yeah, there's the
lift.
telekinesis into the, oh, Shackle's not there.
Oh well, that's the second time they try and they even miss some XP here with this. In the meantime, well, the AA pulls, but I mean after all they still bait out the self by the Luna, so Luna not farming at the moment except for like these small ones. So, I don't know, kinda a standoff in this lane.
Yeah, it's, I mean, not the worst outcome for next please either, but that first blood would have helped them so much, especially because the Weaver is gonna struggle on this bottom lane. If Lich gets some more levels, this Frost Blast is actually probably gonna be able to push the Weaver completely out of the lane.
Yep, and now they also like they go for creep skipping here. They even steal half of the wave that was pulled by the AA, and the AA can't really do anything. That's the problem. Like if he's in range for a lift and the shackles are coming, plus the assault is now there. He's level 2 on a Clockwork. That is so dangerous. Any of them could anytime die. And see, Luna just getting driven out. Like this is exactly what they want. And the Weaver considerably doing, I don't know, not much more. They're both 6 and 0 at the moment, so I guess this game comes down to who's doing better in mid.
Yeah, those mid laners probably are gonna have a high impact. Although I'm guessing Lycan is gonna have a better or faster impact at least than the Dragon Knight. That's usually the case, but I mean, maybe the Dragon Knight will just prove me wrong completely. But just already the howl from the Lycan is so strong.
Yeah, I mean there's one downside with the Lycan being on the Radiant side, so that makes it considerably harder to get into the Rush Pit. But then again, I mean, if you have to control up and everything, that should not be a problem whatsoever. So at the moment it comes down to who's just doing more harass, but yeah, he actually uses the low level wolves as well that don't have that much regen. So the Dragon Knight with the Breathe Fire actually, yep, even killing the wolves there. This is some extra CS he's really happy about.
Yes, Dragon Knight will just take anything he can, and he has quite an early bottle, although Lycan has one as well. But all the Lycan can do is just spam out the wolves. It's not like it's direct harass on the Dragon Knight himself, and the Dragon Knight should be relatively high HP throughout the whole encounter in the mid lane, I think.
By the way, what I'm really surprised is usually we see like the Lycan using the Howl, like pretty much on cooldown, just to even help his team members there anywhere on another lane. But like this Lycan, he's holding on to the Howl for, I don't know, since level 1. Even for those gank attempts top, I don't think we had Howl up.
Yeah, we didn't. So at the start, maybe he didn't start with Howl, I'm not too sure. But now he's just holding on to it just for the case that if this top lane finally finds an opening again to go on the Luna, that's when he'll pop it, I guess.
Yep, it's also just a matter of time until they get the opening. I mean, now we have like Assault, 2 points in it, and probably the Rocket Flare coming like on level 4. Like the Rubik, well, on level 3, probably second point in Telekinesis, and well, that's definitely like a guaranteed Luna kill. Like, she's not getting any farm. She's even now doing much worse than the Weaver. She's 9 and 1. The Weaver is 14 and 0. Now even farming up the small camp for the sake of, you know, losing some HP, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, but jeez. Oh, the Weaver is getting
he has to be
quite some
actually
harass
careful.
damage.
Has the magic stick, but has to use the Salvo, and that's exactly what I was saying. The Lich just so much harass with the Frost Blast, and it's never ending as well because Lich just gets the mana back with the sacrifice.
Yeah, but what I don't understand is like the Lich, for example, not bringing like sentry wards on this lane, because if they get the Whirling Death combination, Whirling Death into the Frost Blast, that would definitely hurt.
I guess he didn't have money at the start and now just reluctant to do so. Went for the courier upgrade instead. As well as just going for some wards, but Dragon Knight might be in trouble because there's a rotation coming in. And he's completely out of position so far. Actually, will they catch him? Doesn't look like it. Lycan pops his ultimate dragon form also used, so they can't actually catch up. The Howl, they just popped everything on the Lycan, but couldn't catch up.
Yep, but at the same time, the Weaver versus the Lich, and oh my god, Clockwork actually gets the solo kill there on...
But bottom lane, I think Lich might go down. There's the nice Timber Chain, making sure the Weaver doesn't run in.
But now the Weaver is completely out of regeneration, so if the Lich... He just has to sacrifice one more creep and then he can just come back for a Frost Blast. So that Weaver definitely has to leave the lane. But yeah, this first blood on the Luna, solo by a Clockwork, this is something that should not happen. Now, with the hookshot, he can go for anything else again. And this, like, this boost, this looks like an early chainmail.
There's the telekinesis coming out into the hookshot as well. The power cogs actually pushing the Luna out, but there's a long range shackle. Illusion is getting the kill there on the Shadow Shaman. Actually gets cold fitted up, but doesn't matter because he cut out of tower range just before.
Yeah,
but that shackle, it was really long range.
Yeah, it was pretty much the maximum range, but still, Luna down now for the second time, not just feeding the first blood. Like Rubik is now creep skipping, pulling the small camp here, and that means like the tier 1 definitely gets a lot of damage. It won't be enough to bring it down, but at least below 50%. So at the moment, it's working for neXt. Definitely just working out.
Yeah, it definitely is. Although, I mean, FAB5, they have the Timber, so just farming up. He has the Arcane Boots, now going for a Soul Ring by the looks of it, which is a rather weird item pickup. But, yeah, well, I guess he knows better. But neXt, please, they take care of the first tower already. 7.5 minutes in. Definitely not bad, and like just farming up in the mid lane. Possibly going for the straight up Vlad, as is so usual for like.
Timba has to care as well. Like he's getting pretty low. He only got 1 point in reactive armor. That's oh well. I mean with the chakram and the burst, but like yeah, the time lapse coming up. Oh actually no, the Weaver is just about to hit level 6. I was like okay, in the next wave he's gonna hit 6. So he's using his self. It's by the way his second self he's using, and now he actually might be in trouble.
Yeah, he's going in as well. One more Sokuchi actually will do the job. There's absolutely no mana on the Timber, so those right clicks are just coming in and red light. Easy kill, Frost Blast is there. And he actually now skills up the time lapse, uses it as well, and Sokuchi's away from the tower.
Yep, that is the third kill for neXt. So looking grim at the moment for FAB5. They don't get quite in position, and usually in all the other games we saw so many fast reactions. Oh my god, hookshot on Luna.
Yeah, they might get the kill. The Battery Assault level 4 just doing so much. The Luna can't even right click or do anything.
Yeah, Battery Assault, if you get it on one target, it's just overpowered. Like, really overpowered. It's dishing out so much damage.
And
level 4.
neXt, please find a triple stack in the entire jungle as well.
Yep.
Lycan is like om nom nom, double damage as well.
Yeah, it's definitely not going for FAB5 at the moment. The Luna absolutely being disabled. The Clockwork having a nice start. Now the Weaver starting as well as an offliner, starting to dominate the Timbersaw because he's just overextending. They find the jungle stacks, and oh my god, I think we have to look at the crafts by now. It's 9 minutes in. Like, it's 2000 gold lead at the moment for neXt, which is less than I actually expected, because that is tier 1 tower, 4 kills, plus the first blood gold, plus the stacked creeps whatsoever. I guess this craft will climb as well. In experience, well, FAB5 was all the time leading, but like with the last 2 kills, they lost kinda their lead. 754 neXt. So there's still everything in. I mean, according to the crafts, like these differences are not too much for, like, considering how much kills there are on the board at the moment.
Well, one thing that will definitely hurt FAB5 even more is the early blade mail on Clockwork. And if he runs into the Chakram and the Timber Saw uses his Whirling Death and as well as the Timber Chain into the blade mail, he's just gonna blow himself up.
Yep, definitely.
So,
I don't know. We are at the 10-minute mark and the Clockwork is already on the hunt. The Howl is up. If he gets like any solo hookshot on anything, right now with the 4 points and battery assault, he can kill anything. And on top of that there is the plate mail, so this Clockwork is beast at the moment. Like, I don't know, we have to look at the hero levels, like, well, they are all level 8, but I think like Clockwork is one of those who ding level 9 pretty soon. Yep, the Lycan is just about...
oh,
3
mid
creeps
lane
ahead.
Rubik actually going down. Getting caught by a just human form Dragon Tail.
Okay, that was unexpected. Absolutely
And now
unexpected.
actually Dragon form popped and they're going for the tier 1 tower by the looks of it. But will they actually get it? The wolves are now there as well, doing quite a decent amount of damage actually with the Vladimir's offering aura for the extra damage and the lifesteal.
Yeah, the problem with like...
Oh, there's the telekinesis. Lycan uses his shapeshifter, going for the right clicks. Dragon Tail with the Chain Frost actually coming out, but it bounces to the wolves and now Lich might be the target. Illusionist wants to get in range. There's Jadra Shock as well. This Dragon Knight, I think he's gonna fall, and yes, he is. District 12 with the Rubik.
Oh,
Getting the kill, and
the
Lich
Lich.
in big trouble as well. He's trying to TP out as Clockwork kills off the Luna once again. And Clockwork actually dies in return, but... oh, Ancient Apparition, 12 HP.
Yep, definitely pretty close there, but yeah, they can just capitalize on it. Like the Master of Immortals already, and this is a tier 1, the second tier 1 down, going towards next, and it's just not working out for FAB5. Like I don't really understand, because like in all these other games they were so strong in answering everything, but I guess the Timber and the AA, they've been busy with the Clockwork, and that's already the sad fact that like the Clockwork is keeping busy 3 people pretty much and disabling the Luna all the way, and then I don't know, like this was a bit overextension in mid, like by the Dragon Knight. He just wanted to bring his debuff up on the tower, but like he paid dearly for it.
Yeah, he sure did. And actually, the Luna, he's behind the net worth of the Shadow Shaman. That's how bad she's actually doing.
Yep, definitely. Yeah, looking at the net worth now. Oh yeah, this is looking grim. The Luna, 2k net worth. This is absolutely nothing. Like literally nothing. She has no regeneration. The Aquila is the only item of any value, so he has to go now farm the jungle creeps and probably go back to base from time to time. That's like the worst case scenario for Luna. And he might be even in trouble because there is a smoke, Rubik and Clockwork, but the Clockwork should be in front just because if he gets a clear shot. Oh my god, the Luna.
Yeah, the rocket flare actually gave their position away there, I think. The Luna saw the glimpse of the rocket flying, and from the direction it came from, it was quite obvious that the gank was incoming.
Yep.
So the rocket flare just failing their position, I guess.
But still, like, I mean, the fact that the Luna has to go back, I mean, jungling one camp then has to go back, it's like, that's really sad. Like,
Oh, the Clockwork might be in trouble. Haste rune up on the Dragon Knight. Dragon form. Dragon Tail as well. Clockwork definitely gonna fall. Ice Blast is there. And will they go for District 12 as well? The Haste rune is still active for the Dragon Knight. Oh, Timber Chain goes in anyway. District 12 drops really low, but now Kyubashi has to Timber Chain himself away.
yeah,
he was
but
dropping
the
quite low.
Dragon Knight, what was the Dragon Knight doing there? He was hasted up. He could have gone any time for this.
Yeah,
No,
they
he's just-
definitely could have killed the Rubik really easy.
Yeah, a brief fire there, especially with the haste rune. Like, I don't know why he didn't go for it. I mean, he did now some damage on the tier 1 with the debuff he has, but that's pretty much it. Like, 1 kill, so much commitment towards it, and then, yeah, not even getting the other one.
Illusion is going for the courier kill with the Mass Serpent Wars and TP out. The Chain Frost is there to actually stop it with the mini stun, but Lich, oh, he will fall down to the Serpent Wars.
Oh my god. I guess Rasta is saying like, okay, I got the courier, and Lish, you died as well. You even wasted your ultimate just to interrupt the TP. So that was definitely a worthy trade. Courier and the support trade. Easy going.
It definitely was a way better trade. Oh, there's the Clockwork hook onto the Dragon Knight. He catches him with the Power Cogs as well. With the Battery Assault and the Blade Mail activated. There's the Chakram actually. And Telekinesis with a stolen Whirling Death. District 12 gets the kill and Timber Saw Although he does a lot of damage to District 12, he still has to back off. And
Yep.
now Chakram
But
stolen.
the Luna finally a little success for her. At the same time that Dragon Knight goes down, she actually gets a solo kill on the Weaver. Now she only has to juke a bit because of the Rocket Flyer scouting her out, but Clockwork seems to be busy with looking for the next kill here.
They just want so much. It even doesn't even have the hook shot, but he doesn't know that FAB5 doesn't know that.
Yep.
I
And
mean,
the problem with the Lycan is very soon online. Very, very soon even. And there, the Rubik goes down. Ice Blast into the Timber. And now, well, the Lycan gets the last hit on the tower. And as I predicted, there is the level 1 Necro coming out. And this is, it's looking grim. There's only 3 outer towers left for FAB5. And make that 2 because it looks like they want to push the tier 1 here. Rasta has about 12 seconds now left on the Master Open Wars, but I don't think they even need it.
Yeah, they're going in though, Red Light dropping quite low, but there's no stun yet. Illusionist will get Dragon Tail up and definitely gonna fall. But Weaver did get the tower, so not the worst trade.
Yeah, I guess, but it's still a tier 1 for a Rasta kill. I don't know, it's something you can trade if you need to, but at the moment, the funny thing about neXt is, they don't need to. Like, they could have just come back. The tower wasn't in deny range for a long time there, so even the Weaver could have done it alone, just for the fact that he can time lapse.
Clockwork in big trouble. Runs into the Roche Pit, gets Dragon Tailed up, Ice Blast as well, Chakram on top of it, and Timbersaw gets the kill with the Burning Depth. What the hell was the Clockwork doing there?
I have no idea, but fact is he got spotted out. And so, yeah, with these kills, like, neXt is kind of jeopardizing, like, the nice early start they had. Because now the Luna finally finds some farm. There is the Morb Mask coming out, so Lifesteal is online. That means she can actually stay wherever she is and just keep on farming.
That's some really weird movement all of a sudden from neXt, please. They did grab a lot of towers, but just feeding away kills, it's nothing that they want or should be wanting to do.
Yep, definitely. And I don't know, the biggest flaw in this game, or like for the draft or farming wise, is that there is the Hand of Midas on the Weaver. So even if this goes longer, like both teams have a nice potential to go late. I mean, neXt more focused on building damage, FAB5 more on a team fight, but the fact remains that, I don't know, neXt is ready to push. They can go all out, even the Necros are up, and the Midas is rolling just in case on the Weaver. And I don't know, farming against all this, defending the towers, being bound to defend, like not farming anywhere else, not getting that map control up, that means quite a lot. So the Midas, alone that fact, the Luna has no chance to actually catch up with the Weaver.
And do you actually think the clock is going for a 4-staff or a Necrobo? He has the staff of usually, so which is it gonna be?
I have no idea actually. I would say it's a Necro.
Yeah, I completely think so too, because even a Shadow Shaman has a Belt of Strength in his inventory, so they're just going for the mass Necro build. Just overwhelm them, and it's a nice idea if your enemy has counter push with something like a Timbersaw. If all those Necro books die in the Chakram, this Timbersaw is gonna die with them.
Yep, that's why I also said, like, this Luna needs a BKB rush ASAP. I don't know if she wants to finish the Helm of Dominator, but fact remains, she needs the BKB ASAP. Well, now Weaver might actually be in trouble. The time lapse was only used for the simple purpose of... Oh, but nah, the Chikuchi, just... They needed the Dragon Knight. The Dragon Knight needed to be there. But it seems like he's going for... I don't know, casual Orca Club at the moment in it. I hope it's not a Sanj into whatever build. I really hope this is a BKB as well, because that's what they need. I mean, they have the Shadow Shaman, they have the Clockwork, they have the Rubik, something you definitely want to have BKBs against. Plus, of course, the Necros. Being able to kill the Necros without fearing that they kill you in return just by the damage, by the suicidal damage there.
Yeah, BKB is definitely an essential item for almost every single hero on FAB5. Or they might get caught out. The other shock, actually, Illusion is a weird spell to start things out with. At least they bait out the Ice Blast, if not nothing anymore.
Yep, but it's only, I mean, you know, in brackets, it's only a Ice Blast. I mean, there's still the Chakram who can take care of push, for example. And to be honest, the Chakram is quite nicely clearing out those wolves, giving additional CS, so... I don't know, the Lycan has to start microing them always away if the Chakram Timber's there. And yeah, he does the right thing. He's just split pushing. Like, if he wants to, he can use the Necro, and the funny thing is he has Necro 3 ready as well, but it's still in the base. So the question is, does he use the Necro 2 just on the tower, do some damage, and then, I don't know, or does he wait for the Necro 3?
I think he's waiting for the Necro 3 to just get the tier 2 tower down in the mid lane. Actually, the Serpent Wards are there as well, so they might even not need the Necro boost. But Kyubashi maybe wants to go in. Dragon Farm popped as well on top. They just want to farm up the wards if they can. Necro 2 actually got popped in the meantime. His tower is dropping really low, but Timber, so in the background, District 12 almost going down, but steals the Timber Chain. Light Illusionist gets the Ether Shock on the Timber, so for the kill. And will they get more shapeshifters? Shackles onto the Ancient Apparition as well. Power Box onto 2. There's a stolen Timber Chain, but the Eclipse comes in from long. But he puts it mostly into the Blade Mail and almost goes down himself. Finally goes down, and that's a team wipe.
Yeah, that's a team wipe for free. This is a 3 for 5, and what was the Timber doing there exactly? Like, there was no follow-up whatsoever. Now they have a complete team wipe. The tower died somewhere in that team fight, and now they have all the time in the world to just push the other tier 2. So this means like the last outer tower is now in danger, but like, why did that Timbersaw suicide there? I still don't understand.
I'd like to say I know why, but there's no proper explanation to what he did. I think he thought that his team might actually come and help him, which definitely wasn't the case there.
By the way, you're still, from time to time you're a robot. I think your internet is playing tricks on you from time to time. Come and goes.
Well, that's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know.
It might just be my voice. My throat is like so.
Yeah, I know. You're practicing as a voice actor for the next RoboCop flick or something.
Yeah, exactly. How did you know, man?
Yeah.
Must be psychic.
I know everything. I'm a caster. But yep, I think next. Yep, they're planning on getting that next tier 2 and also the last tower pretty much done. At the moment, I mean, the Timbersaw, it's nice for counter push, but he has to really care that he doesn't get caught out. Like, I think his suicide last team fight, that was like the deciding factor what way the team fight went, because it was a 3-on-4, I mean a 3-on-5, and but the Timber wasn't evolved at all there. So I don't know, with the Timbersaw that fight would have been totally different.
It definitely would have. The Timbersaw just gives that extra amount of burst damage that they really do need as well. And the Timbersaw, I mean, he started out really strong, but after the first death he just hasn't been able to find anything. I bet he was hoping for like a super fast Bloodstone, but now had to go to drums and
look
Eels.
at the gold craft. That is sick. 14k in 23 minutes on the gold craft. I mean, experience wise, it's not that huge. It's like just 3k for 22 minutes or 23 minutes now. It's not big at all. Oh, there comes the Ice Blast, but it's gonna miss everything. No impact damage whatsoever. Just a debuff on the Clockwork. But Jesus Christ, this gold craft, 14k, and it's gonna even climb more by at least about 2k with that tower and the couple creep waves dying here. So yeah, and this opens them the Roshan. Like, there's nothing FABs can do. If they move to the Roshan, the Weaver will also scout it out. So I don't think there is a response coming. So I don't know what's going on at the moment in FAB5 voice, but I think they're saying like, guys, we have to turtle this and hope for the best, otherwise it's lost. We can't go out and fight right now. And it's this is also the wise decision, but then again, maybe I'm totally wrong. They smoke up, try to find something, but they're gonna run in 5.
Yeah. Oh, there's the Elder Dragon for pop. Illusion is on the Shadow Shaman, taken down, but they use the Chain Frost for it as well. Clockwork is there with the Blade Mail, so Lich has to be careful as he's getting chased down by the Weaver. Weaver actually gets the kill, but Tuna with the Eclipse getting down the Clockwork. They lose the Rubik as well. So a 3 for 1 so far, an excellent fight.
Yep, excellent fight. A 3 for 1, the Lich, not too much of a casualty to even mention, but yeah, in the meantime, the Lycan was just farmed. The funny thing is the Lycan did not give anything for that fight except for the Howl, I think. So, I don't know, but the Dragon Knight now finding the stacked Ancients here. The Lycan was just about to clear them, but yeah. Anyway, the Lycan is pretty passive anyway. He's really focusing on the damage, but now the DK might actually be in trouble. The Beaver's coming, and if the Lycan is coming.
Going in with the right clicks and TP out by Dragon Knight. Smart decision there.
Yeah. But yeah, this Linken's now on the Weaver makes it also so much harder for the Dragon Knight because you only get one spell to actually remove that Linken's.
Yeah, it really is hard. I mean, they need to use the Frost Blast, Lucent Beam, or the Cold Feet to actually get the proc there. Or well, Chain Frost maybe as well. So if they want to target the Weaver, they're gonna have to use like one of their... There's really only 5 spells. So it's not that much.
And what I'm also missing is like the impact of the AA. He has to get the level 11. Like he really has to get the level 11. And it should be done pretty much soon. Like with that Cardi, Cardi should give it.
Oh, nice blink out by District 12 there.
Yeah, that was a nice shift, like blink out. Otherwise the shotgun would have interrupted it. But as I said, there it seems like they're going for. Oh, there's certain ones. But this is a mistake for Rasta.
The Shackle as well onto the Luna, but Luna is still alive and the Illusionist on the run. He doesn't have a blink or anything. He should fall down, but Keanu is there at the sidelines. The Ancient Apparition is gonna take a fall. Red Light is chasing him down, gets the kill, but they lose the Rubik in the meantime, and now top 5, even with the BKB, has to back off the Serpent Wars, do a hell of a lot of right click damage. And Synergy now stand up on the Clockwork, goes down to the Breathe Fire as well. But Red Light on the Weaver still chasing, he just doesn't care at all. Uses the time lapse now finally, will get the kill though, but gets stunned up with the Dragon Tail.
Yeah, and while all this is happening, they lose a set of frags, and the Lycan is still going. As I said, the Lycan, he does not care who gives a damn. Like, he still has a 10 seconds BKB. All he wants is frags, and that's probably a good decision. There was like so many buybacks now coming out by FAB5. I think whoever had buyback, they've been using buyback, but oh, okay, that was interesting. Like the AA actually getting the the Ice Blast kill in the enemy fountain. So nice little bonus, but it doesn't change the fact the racks are down, and to be honest, I think this is the end for FAB5. They just can't fight without losing buildings at the moment.
Yeah, they had 3 buybacks and still lost their racks. So definitely not going anywhere near what they should have gone for. But even though next KZ, not next KZ, wow, next please, my god.
Next please. Not
Next please, yeah.
Next name please.
But I really think it's kind of weird that they gave the Aegis to the Lycan, because the Lycan just stood there
he's not
hitting on
involved
the racks.
anyway.
Yeah, Red Light should have gone for it on the Weaver. Just go balls deep, and actually there's a Desolator now finished on the Weaver as well, so the push will be even stronger.
Yep, that on the buildings, or not to mention even that on the Lich and that on the AA. Like, Lich has now 3 points in the armor. I mean, it kind of helps a bit, but still, like, I don't see them defending this. And even if they get a nice defend, or even if they get a team wipe now on next, they can just come again. The Necros will do work, the Lycan will do work. They have nothing to stop the Lycan. There's one single stun who can do something against the Lycan. That's pretty much it. There's also no sentry wards whatsoever.
Oh, there's the Hex on the Dragon Knight with the Serpent Wars as well into the Shackle. The right click's coming in from the Necrobook, but BKB finally blocked by the Dragon Knight, but he's still locked in. He goes down. There's the Eclipse though, doing huge amounts of damage, but there's the Telekinesis, and GG, well played, gets called.
The Luna is missing for the last one, and then, yeah, make this a team wipe, please. There. No, the admin is faster. Game 1 goes to next, guys, but it is a best of 5. Fabulous 5. It just didn't get into the game. The laning, it just didn't work out. The core, as in the Luna, just didn't get any farm. No significance in that game except for one good Eclipse and, I don't know, 2 team fights ago, and that's pretty much it. It is a best of 5. Stay tuned. It will be up in a second.